One of the dozens of Patriot Front white supremacist members who got arrested over the weekend for attempting to riot at a pride event in Idaho was apparently kicked out of his mommy's house as a punishment for what he was about to do. In fact, his mom is pretty epic because she spoke to the press about what likely motivated his involvement in this white supremacist gang, but also she's calling him out to embarrass him and try to persuade him to get out or to get kicked out of this white supremacist group. Now, before I get to the details on what his mother had to say, let's back up a little bit, give you a little bit of context in case you missed this story, which broke over the weekend. So dozens of these white supremacists were arrested in Idaho moments before they were potentially going to riot at this pride event in Coeur d'Alene. Now, after receiving a tip from a concerned citizen, the police detained and charged 31 people who belonged to this far-right group. And Lee White, who's the police chief of the area, said all this in a press conference. They're now being charged with conspiracy to riot, which is a misdemeanor. Unfortunately, someone decided to bail them all out, so they're all out on bail as we speak. Now, Patriot Front is a white supremacist group that formed from disaffected members of another white supremacist group known as Vanguard America. Just a bunch of hateful dweebs who keep splintering off into their own weird white supremacist groups, just meant to go around causing pain and suffering to innocent people, including those celebrating Pride in Idaho. Now, a manifesto posted to the group's website soon after it formed called for American fascism, which it described as a return to the traditions and virtues of our forefathers. The manifesto also made clear that non-whites were not Americans. So let's now get to the specific individual that we want to talk about and what his mother had to say about him. So Jared Michael Boyce happened to be one of the individuals who was arrested over the weekend. He is a Patriot Front member, and he's currently looking for a new place to stay. He was living with his mother in Springville, Utah. And his mom's like, no, you just got arrested for being part of this disgusting, hateful group. I didn't raise you this way, and I want you out of my house. So Karen Amsden, the mother of Jared Michael Boyce, told the Daily Beast that her son had struggled since his father left their family years ago and came out as gay. And she said she was going public in hopes of damaging her son's reputation in the group and finally cut ties with the white nationalism.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty amazing, and I give her a lot of credit for doing this. So here's what she told the Daily Beast. I told him, well, then you can't live here. You can choose between Patriot Front or your family. And he's like, well, I can't quit Patriot Front. I'm like, well, then you've just chosen. So pack your stuff and get out of my house.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, I love that, Mom. That's awesome. That reminds me of De Niro in Heat. Clean up, go home. Clean up, go home.
But not my home, a different home.
Yeah, completely different home.
Yeah.
Look, man, if that happened to my kids, my heart would break in a million pieces. And so that's a super tough situation for a parent. But I hope I would do exactly what she did, which is, no. Look, I didn't raise you that way. And if you became that way somehow, I'm gonna look to help you in every way possible. But I'm not going to aid and abet it. I'm not gonna encourage it. I'm not gonna enable it. You gotta go. Okay, and then I'd meet for lunch every day. Okay, to talk you out of this nonsense, this idiocy, right? But if you're going to be hateful, you're not going to do it under my roof. So thank you to that mother for having all of our backs.
She also says, I would love to do whatever I can to out him as a Patriot Front member so that he can't be a part of it, and that they don't want him to be part of their group because his mom has loose lips and a big mouth, and he's never going to get away with anything. God, I love her so much. She seems like a great woman, okay?
Now that's a Karen I could get beyond.
100%.
Okay, there you go. Her name is literally Karen.
But I want to go back to when we originally talked about this story, when the 31 Patriot Front gang members were arrested. I made a point about why these people are so obsessed with causing pain and suffering to individuals who aren't in any way harming their lives. They're just trying to celebrate, they're trying to have a good time, they're minding their own business. Why are they so obsessed with showing up? This guy lives in Utah. showing up to Idaho to riot at a pride event. And I wanted to, just go back to what the mother had to say about his father, right? So his father leaves the family, turns out that he's gay. And I have no doubt that this, Jared Michael Boyce guy is like blaming the gay community for it, right? And in fact, according to the report, he apparently told his mom, "Don't believe the media, Mom. We were just there because they're grooming kids." So he believes all sorts of nonsense that's, by the way, perpetuated and spewed by the right wing in America in regard to the LGBTQ community. Complete lies, complete nonsense. In fact, if you really want to take a look at groomers in this country, take a good hard look at Republican lawmakers like Matt Gaetz, who's currently under investigation for allegedly paying a minor for sex.
And Dennis Hastert and Donald Trump, who said he knew that Epstein liked him young and wished his co-conspirator well twice. We can go on and on. So look, Rashad has a segment on Indisputable called "I Wish a Karen Would." Apparently this is what we wish a Karen would.
Yes.
Okay, so I was wearing that shirt the other day, shoptyt.com. I love the mom, but this poison gets into their heads somehow. It didn't get in there through the mom, it didn't get in there through the dad, it got in there from right-wing media. And right-wing media told them, "Oh my God, all gay people, oh you're mad, you're a little disgruntled about what happened in your personal life or whatever the reason might be. Well, you know what? Oh, they're evil and they're immoral and you should do something about it. And they're going after the kids." I mean, look, that's what honestly is a little heartbreaking. We get mad at Joe Rogan and stuff, but he used to be a decent guy and I feel like he could be. But when he said that about how gay teachers might be grooming, it just was disgusting. And how many people are watching and are impressionable, are young and they don't know better and they don't know the facts. And the poison gets into their heads and now next thing you know, he's in a U-Haul van with 30 other idiots planning to attack those people at that pride event that were totally innocent, didn't do anything wrong. This is what the problem with hateful propaganda. And one more time, to his mom, Karen, thank you. Thank you for sticking up for all of us. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.